I'm searching for life again. I'm searching for a new beginning. I'm searching for real again. I'm searching for love that never ends.
Though you travel the world over to find beauty, you find it not unless you carry it with you. Ralph Waldo Emerson. That one's quite the piece, I heard over my shoulder as I rummaged through a pile of framed prints and forgotten masterpieces. No, this one here, the old woman continued. Bumping my shoulder, she reached down in front of me. This one here's quite the piece, I was saying. Eager hands held up in front of me an empty frame. Quite the work of art, huh? I think so anyway. I gave her a questioning smile. Pushing the frame up against me, I accepted it with both hands as the woman disappeared into the glassware aisle. Quite the piece, I thought, placing the fragile frame behind a print of tables for ladies. My anxious eyes searched for the clock on the wall behind the cashier. I'm sorry, ma'am, what we have out is all we have. Thanks, just thought I'd double-check. Ready to hold open the door for me was a young gentleman with burnt umber curls covering his eyes and an oversized t-shirt starring Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. What a cutie, I thought. May I? He gestured to the door with a shy smile. Hesitation filled my mouth as I poured out the words, No, I don't think so. I'm not quite ready. If I hadn't gone back for that hollow frame, it would have pestered me all night. I needed to see what that old woman saw. I yearned to understand why. What did her eclectic eyes see? How could I see it too? To stop and give attention to something is a moment of perspective, a moment to ponder its significance, to observe its value. Enjoy the desert sunrise today. A ranger sporting a large burgundy hat attempted to catch her breath during a morning hike. Oh, I'm here studying the harshness of the desert today, I suppose. Sharing a few photographs I had taken, the ranger replied, The one with the decaying cactus in front of the group of cacti ready to bloom really shows the cycle of desert plant life here. We continued to chat about the dangers of the desert, rattlesnakes, heat exhaustion, the endless sea of spikes and thorns. All the power of my golden frame didn't even seem to defeat these inevitable dangers of nature. The ranger took a mouthful of water and continued her way. Not more than a minute later, I hear her voice yell back to me, Hey, check this out when you're done, pointing to a large teddy bear cactus, and vanished back into the trail. What I saw when I moved toward the hostile plant brought childlike wonder to my eyes. Within the densely covered cholla branches lay flawless blue eggs. Insulated by their soft nest, they rest easy, fully protected by the harsh needles. The safest place in the desert for unborn cactus wren. I sat for a very long time contemplating in front of this plant. From one perspective it held death, and from another held life. I thought of the old woman disappearing into the sea of glass, and suddenly chuckled. I saw what she saw. Through this empty frame can be seen the whole of life's experience, captured between four golden walls. This must be art, I thought to myself. It truly is all perspective. We are never too old to ask the question why. Sometimes when people tell you to change your perspective, it can feel intimidating, or even like an attack on who you are. Instead of feeling the push to change who you are, Feel the challenge to confidently consider new ways of seeing. As an exercise, close your eyes and simply become aware of yourself in this moment. Now opening your eyes wide, breathing in deep, open your mind to what is already before you. Whatever your attention has just turned to, ask, why is this before me? What is its purpose? How does it relate to me? How do I relate to it? Embrace your 5-year-old self as you ask why. Gaining a fresh perspective often includes going back to square one and being open to relearn concepts. I am a born traveler. I am usually not traveling for the souvenirs, photograph memories, or $5 happy hours. The greatest joy I find in traveling is in the lessons I learn. The greatest moments of impact in my life have been in a moment of observation, in a gestured conversation, in a cup of tea shared with a Chinese artist, in the eyes of a baby boy who didn't belong to anyone. I educate myself by traveling, by putting myself in new situations. Perhaps traveling isn't for everyone, but education is. It is vital. Find how you learn and practice it every day. Remember that wonderful tool we used as kids, imagination? Maybe you've held on to your imagination all these years. If you've packed yours away long ago like many others, that's okay too. Do some digging to locate where you left it, dust it off, and let's get started. To gain a fresh perspective is to use your imagination. Imagine your life from the perspective of someone born in 1850. Can you imagine for just a few minutes how your lifestyle would play out if gravity didn't exist? Can you get lost in these thoughts? Who is that person at work you can't stand? Imagine for 3 minutes what it would be like to have their parents grow up where they lived, experience life from their eyes. What would you see? A fresh perspective might be all you need to recognize value where you once saw none. Becoming open to new perspectives is an essential part of a growth mindset. As an artist, I am constantly searching for a new angle or viewpoint. This has been a fundamental part of my artistic journey and personal growth. I challenge you today to reorganize the furniture in your mind. Dust off the empty gold frame, open the window, and welcome in a fresh perspective. Thank you, beautiful listeners. This has been a story time with Sarah Lee, where I write and record a story from my own personal journal entries. You might be wondering who I was painting. This is a wonderful art mentor of mine. He is a talented artist, singer, songwriter, and producer in the Boston area. Thank you, King I, for always lending a fresh perspective when I feel stuck. I linked his channel below, where I know you will find fresh inspiration from his influential work. I welcome you to subscribe to Storytime with Sarah Lee, where I aim for you to be inspired, uplifted, and challenged with each new story. I invite you to support my channel by liking this film and sharing it with a friend. The perspective of an artist holds the power to channel expressions of both beauty and pain, life and death. Their very eyes are alchemists. Much love, my beautiful listeners.